as we come into the characters, there is no Palutena. We're seeing the Fox. This has been a pre-practiced character for Gen. This is sort of like the character that's in the background, and I feel like this was actually a great decision because there's a lot of layers to fighting against Mega Man with Palutena, and you can argue who's winning that day and night. But Fox, traditionally, he's had this matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a matter of time, really, before Maverick, Hunter, and Jen, those names are actually the other way around. We'll probably have that fixed for you in a minute. It was just a matter of time before you really see this guy whip out a Fox in a bracket. He's from New York, you know. New York, of course, I mean, Palutena is the new New York, the new tri-state character right here, but people have been mixing with this character in New York for quite some time. He's bound to pick up on some things from, like, playing, of course, with Odyssey, and Benny, of course, has a little bit of a Fox as well as that up smash. Whiffing against the up tilt right there from Maverick Hunter is going to be able to take the stock. Already looking pretty good with this counter pick.
It seems like the Reflector was putting in the most work, at least early on, but Maverick Hunter's going to be able to play around that fairly often. I feel like what we really have to look out for here is the fact that Mega Man is heavy. He doesn't have any real direct burst options. His Nair, well, as decent as a get-off-me tool, and fair is certainly better in the matchup overall. It's nothing that's going to allow him to escape these combos often, and we're going to be seeing Fox get his combos off fairly often, but off smash out of the parry is going to let Maverick Hunter alleviate a little bit of the pressure.
And of course, you saw those patented, you saw those classic up tilt strings by Fox that we have all come to know and love over the years. And even after Maverick Hunter was able to find his way out of the neutral air, that did not true confirm out of those up tilts, he was still able to get a dash attack. Once this Fox touches this Mega Man, you're just going to see that damage rack up just more and more. Probably not as much right now because he's at about 80%. The combos will be a little, they'll still be about like little two-hit strings, like potentially an up tilt to a back air or just something else like that, but you're not going to see those up tilt strings coming out. Now you're going to see both of these players around 80%, looking for those stronger kill news right now as Jin has him by the ledge right here. We're going to see an up tilt, not able to connect. Maverick Hunter just timing that just perfectly to be able to get that invincibility right where he needs it. Just looking, running in with the grab again, got him off stage right here, attacking a little more on with the lasers as you Foxes love to do.
I like how Jen keeps on going for the grab because he's constantly pressuring Maverick Hunter into shield. That's just the natural progression of Fox pressure. He's going to always be stringing on you. So you need to block it somehow. But in that, you're constantly going to have an active grab game, and we're seeing that come out from Jen in excellent fashion so far. He's been covering the ledge as well, which has kept this momentum rolling onward and onward. And Maverick Hunter really hasn't found a way to alleviate it. A lot of his swinging is just outside of Jen's space.
Right there, you see one of Mega Man's most prominent buffs from Smash 4 to Ultimate, the forward air. Still that same quick move that it was before. It does now kill.
Yes.
That is a huge one for him. I remember talking with Maverick Hunter when he first discovered that. He was so happy about that buff because it's just another potent kill option for Mega Man. A quick one for him because Mega Man used to struggle at taking out stocks. He was no stranger attacking up that damage with the pellets and the leaf shield like you see right here when he needed to. But besides that back air, it was really hard for him to be able to close out stocks. Now he has a whole nother aerial and a whole nother option to be able to get that. It's not going to work right now as he's only at about 50% and oh my god, the clutchest of air dodge is able to make
directional air dodge is such a boon for Mega Man because it extends his recovery so well. It helps him mix it up really well too. And Flame Sword killing, there's so many, it's not even just the fact that it kills, the fact that it has more knockback makes it such a better spacing tool. Because you can't always just get away with using pellets. And threading space with back air is reliable, but it's not that long of a reaching of a move. So it's a bit of a commitment, especially on a character like Fox.
Yeah, you know, I think it was another, you know, common opinion among low-level players who are like, it's just something that so many people get annoyed by in Mega Man's pellets, but if your character, and I think plenty of characters, or at least plenty of top-tier or high-tier characters do, have some sort of option for taking out the pellets, sometimes they have neutral airs that are able to get around them, but Maverick Hunter just overextending towards the bottom left of the stage right there, trying to potentially get an untaggable stage spike off of that back air onto Jen right there with a back air, but he overextends just a little bit and winds up putting himself in a relatively bad position with his own crash bomber, and he had no jump off the left side right there. Up B is not going to be able to travel far enough. It does grow far quite vertically, but not so much horizontally, and no directional air dodge is going to be able to take you back from there. Jen taking away that first game due to Maverick Hunter's slight overextension right there. Unfortunate for him.
Still a best of 5 set though, so we'll see if Maverick Hunter has the time to adapt, clean up his play a little bit. We're coming back to Pokemon Stadium too. I feel like this is a fine choice. Maverick Hunter is actually playing the stage really well, but Jen is finding more opportunities to come in to Mega Man's space and just harass him, which, as a zoning character, you never want anyone, especially a combo character like Fox, to just press onto you over and over and over again. But Jen is just finding the spots in between the projectile pressure so consistently. He's also choosing his battles, so you'll see him just eat the damage from Leaf Shield sometimes. Other times, he'll figure out when to contest.
Absolutely, and you see him getting a little thirsty off stage again, not able to space that. Fox's up B, I think, is definitely a very more buff move as well. That move.
Yeah, nobody talks about it. That move's kind of dope.
I know, nobody talks about it. It's so good in this game. Its hitbox is so huge. It's so hard to trade with.
It's got sick disjoint. It's got decent knockback. Deals all right damage.
It's the same old move we know and love, just even better in this game. Fox McCloud, ladies and gentlemen, you know him as just the quintessential Super Smash Brothers character, in my opinion, or quintessential platform fighter character when you really think about it. He just has so many things that a character needs to be able to get around when he has, but forward air is definitely going to be able to do it right there, evening out the stocks right here from Maverick Hunter.
The Z-drop and delayed flame sword, so good for Maverick Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, they have to be good if you're going to play a character like Mega Man. You know, that's the kind of stuff you have to practice and get down. This character is quite technical in that regard. There's a lot of like little niche things that are just pretty much exclusively with Mega Man that you have to learn. He is one of the more unique Super Smash Brothers characters in that his neutral air, his jab, and his forward tilt are all the same attack. So no other character really has something like that. That's already a huge thing to get used to, and really nobody does that better than Maverick Hunter. And it's so impressive to see that, really, because Maverick Hunter, to my knowledge, really doesn't play anybody else.
Yeah, no, Mega Man is the type of character where if you're learning how to play this character, you dedicate your time to it.
For sure.
There's so much the character's able to do, but the learning curve is so high.
I think he's one of the hardest characters to learn and really play at this level in practice. So you got to give Maverick Hunter that, you got to give him that credit right there, as that neutral air down air is going to be able to take the stock right there on the forward air. Able to even it out once again, not just in stocks, but in percents.
Yeah, I don't know why Jen went for the Fox illusion there. I guess to try and stall out the Asian platform invincibility, but you can't be doing that, especially in the general direction of Mega Man. He's able to find his kills a lot more confidently. Hunter doing a really good job of showing that. And even though Jen is getting a ton of stage control and plenty of his kills from being able to challenge a lot of these projectiles from Maverick Hunter, he's taking a lot of damage from it. He's got to be a bit careful about that, especially as we're sitting on last stocks. Something to bring up. Sitting at 87% against Mega Man? That's not too safe these days.
One just gonna go get that shine out just enough to be able to land right there. Trying to gimp him with the melee shine spike, which does work quite effectively in this game. And Maverick Hunter, in a very similar situation that he actually lost the exchange in that first game. Able to take it right there, getting that stage spike, not with a back air, but with a forward air instead this time on the left side of Pokemon Stadium. Maverick Hunter able to even out the games right there, going 1-1 against Jen right now. Do we see the switch yet? No, we do not. We are going right back to Fox, having faith, saying that game was a fluke, you know. It was very, very quick that he was able to get that last stock. It was a very close game still. I just put myself in a situation where I frankly shouldn't have been in. Stage doesn't matter either. I know I can beat this guy. You know, it's just a one fluke right there. I have faith in my secondary, all that good stuff. We're running it all to game 3 right here, 1-1 against both of these wonderful players. New York versus Jersey. Kind of wish this was a crew battle.
Hey man, this is a crew battle. You know New York walking away with it. I gotta be biased when I voice on the mic, but
I don't know about that.
Listen. Bias aside, I'm a big Mega Man fan. I like watching Maverick Hunter's Mega Man, and I'm definitely liking what he's seeing bringing into this matchup, because the constant projectile pressure has been working out so well for him in this set. He's not changing his game plan just because it's slowly working out for him. Game 1 presented an issue where Jen found the holes in the projectile play and just managed to outplay at the ledge. Maverick Hunter, he suffered a lot of the same in Game 2, but things just worked out well for him. Unfortunately, Game 3 is bringing us a little bit different of a play. Jen starting to play the shield a little bit more, starting to jump around the pellets a little bit more, and that's stuff that Maverick Hunter has to watch out for, because while he is using Metal Blade as an item really well, I feel like he could also benefit from using it just as a raw projectile, just to cover angles that the air shooter or pellets aren't going to be able to.
And bias aside, I'm truly impressed with Jen's Fox right here. This is not a character that he typically plays. It's not who he mained in the last game. It's not who he mained in this game. He is more focused on that Palutena and getting wonderful results with her, but his Fox is mixing quite effectively right here. He's taking advantage of all of Maverick Hunter's overextensions. As you can see, Maverick Hunter actually lost his first stock due to another one. Even he realized it. He was laughing about it because he realized he made the same mistake again. And just gotta give credit where credit is due. This Fox is moving and schmoving, taking advantage of all the amazing strengths that this character has already. It's really just a testament to Jen's skill as a player, really, is that back air. That's going to be able to take the stock right there. I don't know if directional air dodge is going to be able to make it back right there, but it's not going to matter because he's going to be able to make it back anyway with another one off of that up B. Mega Man's up B being one of the more unique ones that does not put you into free fall, actually, while most other up Bs in this game do. And he's going to be able to not only directional air dodge back, but get that sick back air off the stock right there. And he's not even done yet, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this damage. It's already about 54% from this man, still sitting at about 148% on his second stock, saying, I am evening this game out right now. Wow, Maverick Hunter is fighting his way back, and Fox, of course, with no kill throws. Nothing to really be too scared about when he grabs you off there like that right there, unless you're by the ledge like Maverick Hunter is right now, trying to find his way back with the pellets, and he does. But that back air is going to be able to close out the stock right there. Good stuff to Jen going up 2-1 in stocks in this
I'm sitting here waiting for Jen Cena. Like, when is he going to find the space for this back air? Because he was hunting for that for a hot minute.
Yeah.
But Maverick Hunter did not give him the time of day for it.
The wolf hunts the fox, but the fox hunts the robot. Yeah.
But that robot hunts the Mavericks.
Oh,
See, it's right there in his name.
Oh my God, what a clever joke. Anyway, Bonaire taking the stock right there, evening the stocks out yet again in this game 3. Winner of this will be in just a super good position to move on further into the bracket. All right, Maverick Hunter, Mega Man 3ing his way forward with that down tilt.
It's a decent enough move in this matchup, especially because Jen is playing so much out of short hops and looking for playing around the projectiles. So, like, when you're just sliding low, you're going to enter Fox's space really well, contest with hitboxes that Jen isn't going to put out to space with that. It's a good option, but get up, raw get up, that's not.
Wonderfully spaced forward air by Jen right there. I think that was the first forward smash he used in the whole set.
Yeah, it's normally just used as a ledge coverage option. And we haven't really seen Maverick Hunter put himself into positions where that would be usable. He's been recovering high, he's been recovering really low, and he's been mixing up how he returns to the stage really nicely. So it was a good call out from Jen because we haven't seen that type of an opportunity present itself yet.
Sometimes the longer you go without using a certain move, or a certain good move like Fox has in his forward smash right there, is when you'll be hitting your opponent with it in the third game of a set, when they're finally starting to not expect it.
Right.
And I think that's just one of those things that Jen had in the back of his mind right there. Is like, I haven't done this yet. I've never used this as a get-up attack. He probably thinks I'm just going to try and go for an up tilt back air right here like any other Fox would do. Nah, you know, I haven't done this once yet. It's probably going to hit you if I try to do it this time.
And hey, it works, man. Brings us to game 4 with Jen on set point. And it's worth noting, loser's side now. So this is tournament life on the line for both of these players.
Yes, it is right now. Not both of these players. Maverick Hunter does. Jen only needs. If Jen loses this game, he will have one more to be able to do that. But you were just referring to the losers bracket. I apologize, of course.
Yeah, man. The pressure's on for both of them. Maverick Hunter's still got to fight off against winning another game out of this. Down tilt the option out of the lock. Don't know how I feel about that, but it keeps the chain rolling.
I think he tried to do that to extend his combo right there instead of just going for like a forward smash or just something for raw damage. Something that probably wouldn't have killed from that side of the stage anyway. Up smash probably would have done it, but I don't think he was actually close enough for the up smash to be able to connect, and he didn't want to do a dash one and whip it, as that back air is going to launch him off right here. In a very bad position, and Maverick Hunter just, he's been missing his text there all this set. That's my boy, but it's something I do have to notice right here. He hasn't hit those once, and he actually has died to that up B stage spike from Jen twice, actually, throughout the set. Losing the first game because of it, and losing his first stock in the last game because of it too. And there you go, you see it again.
Yeah.
He's been getting hit by that way too much in that exact same situation, and he just, I think right there he has to realize, like, okay, this is not worth it. I'm not going to be able to get this kill right here. I just want to get back on stage, get my own stage control. That's the kind of thing I feel like he should be focusing on right there, because so far he's been in that situation 3 times, and 3 out of 3 times it just has not worked for him. And I'm sorry, bro, but 3 strikes and you're out.
On top of that, we're not seeing Jen return to the stage with Reflector. Like, the opportunity is there to come on with a down air, and it's going to cover well enough, but nonetheless, Maverick Hunter still got plenty of time to try and take things back. Slowing down the pace of the match with pellets, it feels a great option. However, this is Fox we're talking about. He has the opportunity to run back, throw out some lasers, play the game at that slower pace. Maverick Maverick Hunter's got to weigh out if that's the option. He's doing a really good job of just pressuring with Leaf Shield, trying to press this battle to the ledge, but he's got to do something if this battle's coming to the ledge, because time and time again, Gen has been getting more of the damage and more of the kill opportunity from the ledge play, especially as this set has gone on.
Classic, the falling neutral air into the up smash right here. Maverick Hunter on his tournament stock right now. He needs to be able to take 2 stocks from Gen if he wants to even have a chance at moving on in this loser's bracket right here. But Gen looking so pretty, only 46% on this Fox right now, already 35 on Maverick Hunter. Fox, of course, no stranger to tacking on damage when he has to. And he's just been getting those reflects with the shine as well when he has to. I feel like most of not all of Maverick Hunter's up airs right there have been reflected in some form or some way or another by Gen right there.
And those things do 15% each if he manages to reflect it back on top of Maverick Hunter. That is lots of damage that you don't want to see for free.
Trying to get the stage spike with the forward air again, not working so well for him this time like it did before.
I'm curious why Maverick Hunter isn't going for Rising Dare, just because it's going to cover the space a lot more safely. Instead of just going for the lateral dare, it's putting him in a lot more risk. And as you brought up, he's missing his text when these ledge situations go awry for him. He can't be going for risky plays like that if he's not going to be able to play in a short.
Perhaps he feels like Gen is just going to be able to react or space around that, and just the invincibility part of that up B, man, it's just such a better move in this game. This should be a back air stage spike right here is what he's going to be going for. It's what I would say if it had worked, but unfortunately for Maverick Hunter, it did not. He needs to take out the stock right now if he wants any chance of bringing this back. Is he going to do it right here with a back throw? Not strong enough to kill just yet, unfortunately for him. He really needs to be able to take this, but he's going to get the blade. The buzzsaw, forget the name, thank you, to, I'm so sorry.
No, it's Metal Blade, you're good.
The Metal Blade, yes,
my reaction was more the fact that the Crash Bomber stuck on nothing, hung in the air, and Gen was able to just run loose towards that last stock, ends things out, 3-1 count, and Maverick Hunter is out tonight at 7th place. A really good performance from him.
Oh, you're kidding, 7th out of 140, or I think 110 after all the DQs, but 140.
It's still impressive.
Very impressive.
And that's all Mega Man. You brought it up earlier. That's solo meaning. There's nothing to cover that.
And he did graduate Smash